recognize those names as well. I think it was after the first game, which myself and Miles casted. You guys were here, of course, as well, versus Elevate, Celtic that being, and they won, and Bance kind of came over. He was like, you know, gas me up, like I'm playing the best I've ever played, and he truly believes right now he's playing to his highest ability. You know, he's never kind of played better, and it is kind of strange because he's been on quote-unquote better teams through the Red Reserve days and stuff, but it feels like he is almost like that experience, that wisdom on this team where, you know, Chain and Nasty are sometimes maybe, you know, a little inexperienced, but I think he's just very, very comfortable. You see a player join a team, and they can be the best player in the world, and they can just look uncomfortable. They can look out of place, but I think Vance he likes his role in this team, and I think it is showing. So it's nice to see, especially for some ex-professional Europeans, and who knows, maybe if they get through into the bracket, they can reclaim that title.
Yeah, it's about time for Vance as well, because he had a shocking Black Ops 4 so far. I mean, let's be honest, man. Vance has not been very good at all.
Jumped from Red Reserve, then was on Denial, then it was just a whole bunch of talks of him just being possibly the worst player on the team.
Yeah.
Drops, like, roster changes and everything, and the fact that he was able to bounce back after all that, make it to champs, and then have his own faith in this match right here. If he wins this match, you make it into your bracket. You got to be feeling good.
You do indeed, and again, to have the attitude you need to be able to carry through kind of such a tough season of ups and downs and still be here and still be doing your thing at champs and be happy with, you know, Mama, what you're saying, being happy with how you're performing, and especially what better place to be doing that than at champs, to be happy with what's going on.
And sometimes you get this weird mix of teams where, you know, there's a few scrap players here and there, and they kind of come together because there's no one else. And this kind of seems what happened with the likes of Shawnee from Reciprocity. Quicker was obviously kind of a free agent, came from another team, and it feels like they've just mustered up the best of what was left in Europe. But sometimes that's kind of the magic of it, and you can throw things at it. And now, again, I know it's easy to pick on teams like Genji who are out the tournament, but Celtic now are the ones to basically, you know, go one step further, make it to bracket, see who they draw, who knows who they play round one if they get that far. But again, easy to talk about Celtic. Obviously, I have a lot more familiarity compared to the North Americans. I get a tongue twisted there. The North Americans, obviously, yes, we've seen Clink before, yes, we've seen Human Jesus, but am I as familiar with these guys? Absolutely not. But they're bringing just as much to the table, and no one's really kind of looking at them to kind of make that upset. And obviously, it was a very tough day yesterday, and going into this, it's a little different feeling for them.
It's just kind of a hard matchup. You basically have Human Jesus, Clink. These guys have been playing for a really long time. But Bance, this guy was in a World Championship final. This guy knows what it takes to be in this position. He knows how to get the job done. And unfortunately, he was able to bring up this team, a team that nobody wanted. Sometimes it's actually the perfect thing that can actually work. And then you just go on and just do whatever you can at the possible event. Just believing in your teammates.
Well, and you've seen that kind of. What were you going to say, Miles?
I'm just saying, like, this matchup is far from over. RBL have had, what, 3 guys now? It was a 3v7, I believe, and now they've got it down to a 3v2 with 1 zone remaining. And I mean, this is going to be an absolute gunfight now. In the final moments of this control round, it's been a lovely turnaround for RBL. Sorry, Katie, to interrupt you.
No, I was just gonna say, kind of going off of what Study mentioned. You have a few teams where it's come together and not necessarily been players who wanted to be with each other. We've seen it from what Zero said about something like FaZe Clan, and they make it work. It works better than teams sometimes where people wanted to play together and it just didn't click. And now you have something like this. You have something like FaZe Clan. You have something where, you know, you can bring people together that maybe weren't necessarily interested at the beginning, and something flourishes from it, and they can start to make a run somewhere like champs.
Yeah, I think it's well named, you know. Look at LG, you know, they had all the great names on their roster. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
This has gone from a 3v2 to now a 2v1. Look at the streaks, by the way. Glory 4-kill streak, Gunchi with a 3, 4 to reach.
Bro!
Those both went on a 4-kill streak to clutch up that round. So credit to RBL there. But I think sometimes easy, you know, you have 5 superstars. Sometimes you got to drop one of those superstars, bring in a new, you know, player who people aren't familiar with. And it's not all about that kind of experience. Sometimes it is that raw talent. Look at the likes of Dill and Simp. And they soon flourish. They soon show what they're made of. And I tell you what, it is getting very, very tight here. Celtic, of course, looking for that big win.
Looking indeed. And of course, we've seen how important communication and teamwork are, especially in this game, to be able to get you ahead.
It's a bit ridiculous, actually, thinking about it more and more. You can't just jump in a league play and have a good time. Like, your mic's got to be in, man, the whole time. You've got to be more on point in this game than I think in any card so far.
I'm wondering what the series is. Is Celtic FC up 2-0?
1-1.
Oh, it's 1-1?
Yeah, 1-1. Both in round, both in series. It's literally dead even right now. But
Okay, so did Celtic lose the S&D or the Hardpoint?
That I don't know.
We joined that one late, my friend.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
You know as much as I do.
I'm intrigued about the whole E-United situation as well. Obviously, I think they were one of
with Elevate.
It's currently 1-2 on map 2, Arsenal S&D.
Ooh.
Because again, everyone just predicts that United come out as they've done to, you know, the other teams in their group and just win. You know, if things get a little spicy and United lose, what does that do to the bracket? That's one thing, again, I'm excited for tomorrow is seeing who's matching who.
Yeah.
You know, what's
Once
the
that
potential
bracket's breaking down.
semi-finals and, you know, who you're predicting to go through. But right now, both these teams obviously going back and forth. Gunsy's actually just got streaks as well, so they're going to be useful going forward.
Yeah, this has been a really, really slow control. Slow round compared to the last one. The last one was really fast off the rip. Everyone was like, you know, guns blazing. Both sides got hit real fast, and it was RBL got early capture points on both, early capture ticks on both zones. In the end of this one, though, we'll see how we go. RBL doing everything they possibly can to get back in this one. And again, I do believe, yes, they are out of the tournament. We have covered that already, I think. RBL are toast.
RBL,
They can't progress. Yeah. I mean, right now, they're just playing for a better position in the pool. They get an increase in the prize money, I believe, depending on where they place. So, I mean, there's still tons to play for. There's nothing to be sneezed at whatsoever. And Celtic, though, I still find it amazing to think that Celtic FC, you know, as a Brit, and as a, like, my mum's from Scotland and she's the family of big Celtic FC fans. It's so surreal to see that team and the logo and everything here in COD Champs. It's very strange. Like tomorrow we're going to be officially tomorrow we're going to be seeing, because we're here sat in the main arena. It's all getting set up here. It's going to be absolutely incredible. We cannot wait to show you really everything what's happening here. But to be able to see all these team logos which are going to be circulating around the venue as we've seen in other champs before. I mean, there is nothing like COD Champs. Like, it's such a spectacle. It's such an incredible event. You know, and just the build-up already is, the tension is palpable. But then when we get to that Friday, it's almost like a completely different tournament.
Well, especially, I mean, this hasn't been routine at all.
No.
So going off of that, you get into Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, it's already been bizarre. So who knows what's going to happen?
It's crazy as well, because you can have a team that just storms through groups and then just doesn't turn up on Friday or bracket play. If you look at FaZe Clan, when they came in, you know, beat 100 Thieves in Miami, and they came in so flat on Sunday. They just weren't the same team. So
that was so sad as well, man.
That was 6 as well. You guys remember Enigma 6? They ended up getting top 6. They went all the way through winners bracket, but then they woke up that last day and unfortunately
lose.
Out.
I wonder if we've got any early predictions on like teams that look really good now that could just fall over when it comes to Friday. United.
Oof.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I think again,
I can't be honest with you. You have curses. You know, you leave curses on.
Remember as well what he said at the start was he's got every single thing he said wrong.
Yep.
So again, it's very easy just to
United going in champs now.
There you go.
But which was first?
Who knows?
Don't forget though, Phil. I am the destroyer.
Yeah, Miles likes to send teams home, break hearts, and he sadly enjoys it a little bit. But
it's a gift and a curse. I mean,
Miles, why do you enjoy the suffering of life?
Look, I think it's probably something to do with my childhood. I don't know. If anyone wants to, my Cash App is like, it's like $. I can have a word with the guys who run the scheduling. You know, our director can sort something out. So let me know, friends. Who do you want to win champs? I'll do my best.
I looked at our games that we were casting today. It was like, no. I tweeted them out. Everyone's like, yes, there's no Optic. You're not casting Optic. It's like, keep Miles away from Optic. My favorite part of it is no one realizes I cast every single game with Miles, but we just blame Miles for everything. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Momo, keep Miles away.
I'm
like, no worries, I got you, no problem. I'll try my best.
I'm a big boy, I can take it.
He's your Batman or your Robin.
Yeah, that's it. The useless one. What did Robin ever do?
He died.
No, Miles.
He did. Robin was killed.
Miles.
RBL up by 1 round so far. In the 4th we go, and Chain has actually been lights out all tournament long. I've really, really enjoyed watching Chain. First time I've really got to see Chain play, Phil. Of course, as a British player, you would have seen him a lot more.
I don't think that's true, actually. Remember when we jumped into a blackout? It's me, you, Shawnee, and Chain came down. Guess what?
Oh, we smoked